Hi guys, Steffi here and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another little Halloween tutorial for you, and it is this gorgeous little mini flip album. Now the papers I've used are Stampin' Up ones, and these are retired now. I'm really sorry I can't remember the name, but I loved these when they came out. I've just added some black gems at the top and at the bottom. And then this is just a die cut that I had in my stash, saying boo to you, and I've die cut these little ghosties as well. And then on the back I've just popped on a little cat sticker, and these stickers were the ones from Aldi that people's been hauling lately. And then the ribbon, I just used this beautiful grey shimmer ribbon that was also Stampin' Up, and this is retired now. So you just open it up like that, and this is what it looks like. Now each of these pages measure 3 by 3. They've got no pockets, they're just completely plain, but I just love them. I think it's a really nice little flip book that you can pop pictures in and keep in your bag, and then you've got it again on the bottom now. So I'm going to show you how to make it. It's really easy. I was inspired by something I saw on YouTube, and like these little, because they're like a one-page wonder. I've done one on my channel quite a while ago, but that one I showed you how to put the covers on and to have pockets and stuff like that. But this one I'm just keeping really plain. But I'll link my video below to the one-page wonder, and also if I can find the channel I was inspired by, I'll link that as well. So I'm just going to pop that to one side and bring in what you need. Right, so you're going to need 2 pieces of chipboard that measure, one second, all my stuff's covering my notes, 6 3/4 by 3 1/4, and you need 2 of those. And then also some black card to cover it, and this needs to measure 8 3/4 by 5 1/4. I mean, if you haven't got any chipboard, you could just double layer a couple of pieces of card together and it would work in exactly the same way, okay? So then all we're going to do is we're going to glue this just in the centre, and it's just like I do when I'm covering my chipboard for my albums. We're going to cover this, going to snip away the corners and then glue them all together, okay? So I'll go ahead and we'll do that, and I'm just using my Tombow glue rather than double-sided tape. It's just as good and it's quicker. So then just eyeball it. You want about an even gap going all the way around and making sure it's straight. I think that'll do. I like to flip it over and just press that down to make sure it's stuck. And then you just want to come in with your scissors and just snip that bit off there. That might be a bit too, you only want to leave about an 1/8 of a gap. That one might be too big. I might need to go back and redo that one. I'll just take another little sliver off this one. Remove my rubbish. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around the edges and just use with my bone folder just to score that, so it makes it easier to fold. The card I'm using is some of my 300 GSM cardstock that I'm using for this. So, and then you just want to bend that over and get the card used to going to where you want it to go, okay? And then just come in with the bone folder as well, with it being such a strong card. And then just make sure it's going to go where you want it to go. And do the same with these ones as well. The last one. And then also what you're going to want to do, I'll just make sure that they're going to cover. Oh, that one slightly doesn't cover, but once the paper goes on, I'm hoping it'll be okay. As you can see, I've cut that one a bit too much of an angle, so you do see that underneath. But if that happens, just get a black pen. Let's see if I can find one. come in with my Sharpie. Which one was it? It was this one. And you can just colour if it makes a little thing. Just colour that in. So you have to go down a bit further, but as you can see, it's that bit now is it's fine. And then obviously once the paper goes on, you won't actually see it. So that's another little tip for you. Just make sure I don't need to do the same on any others. Just do this one down here. A thicker Sharpie would be better. So this one's just a fine line. It was the first one I got. Yeah. And one just needs a tiny little bit here. Actually, my Stampin' Up pen. There we go. Just do it on all four corners just in case. But this is how easy it is. If you're off with your corners, you can just colour it in, just the corner a little bit, because by the time you get your paper on, it's not going to make any difference. So I always like to do these long sides first. So we'll attach some glue. And then just fold them over and pressing them down as you're doing it. Probably have to come in with your bone folder and just give that a good burnish and just give it a good press to make sure that it's not going anywhere. Okay, and then we'll do the opposite side. And then just press that down with your bone folder. The thicker the card, the harder it is actually. You've got to work it a little bit more. Right, so now we're just ready just to fold these bits over. So what you want to do is you just want to come in and just tuck those little corners in. Like I said, just what I show you how to do when we do my albums, if you've seen any of me album videos. And then again, just attach some glue. I see there's a bit of a gap there, you can see it, but this one is just for me anyway. I just want to show you the concept of it. By the time the paper's on, you won't see much of that gap anyway. And just press that over. Oh, I don't know what it's like here. All I can hear is the wind. It is so strong. It's not that cold outside, but the wind is really howling today. Right, so there's our chipboard covered. Next, bringing in, these are my mats. Obviously one for this is going to be the back, and then one to cover the inside as well. And I'm using those gorgeous papers I purchased from Paper Phenomenon, and I done my box with yesterday. And all I've done is I've went around the edges a little bit with some of the Distress Oxide Black Soot. Doesn't need it, but I just want to take away the white edge after I'd cut it. So just attach some glue. And then we're just going to lay that on here. Just making sure everything's nice and straight. And then just press that down. I love these papers so much. And then this piece is just going to get stuck on there. And I've just printed these papers onto some digital paper that I got from Create and Craft. I think it's Craftwork cards. You get a pack of the paper and the digital card as well. And it is really good actually. I really like using it. Just make sure I get that centered. And then just press that down. So that's our piece of chipboard covered. You can see a little bit there if you're looking really closely where I've made my little mistakes, but it won't be noticeable once we've getting everything together. So I've already went ahead and I've done this one, so that is going to be the front and the back of my album, and then I've got that beautiful paper on the inside. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the pages, and it's really easy. All you'll need is you'll need 2 pieces of 12x12 because you need to do this twice. And what you want to do, you want to score it at 3, 6 and 9, and then just rotate it, and then 3, 6 and 9. So I know black's not the greatest colour, but you'll have like a 4x4 grid of squares, okay? And then what you want to do, so you've got 3 lines here. You want to cut up this first one up to that top score line, and the same on the third one. So we'll do that now. I'll do this before I fold it. So just cut up past the first score line, past the second, and then just up to the third, so it goes like that. Then miss your middle score line and go to your third one and do exactly the same. Cut right up to that third score line. Okay, so you've got that bit there in the middle that flips up. So then if you rotate it, so the cut you've just made at the top, and then come into that middle score line, and you want to cut from the bottom up to the third score line. Okay. I love doing these little projects. I just think they're lovely and cute. Right, so there we go. That's all of our cutting doing. So you've got, it goes like that. Okay. So then what you want to do is you want to come in and you want to start folding it. So starting from either the top or the bottom, you want to fold that in on itself and make it as neat and as straight as you can. And basically you're just going to be concertinaing that all the way along. Okay, so that one goes on top of that one. So get it straight. And then when you come here, that one goes under. Then that one goes over. And then just continue in that fashion of concertinaing it. And then when you get to this one, it goes under. And then like that. Just do that all the way along. I'll come in and I'll fold and burnish it a little bit, and then so that was where we were at. And then you just, that one goes under. Like I said, it's just basically a concertina fold. It is so super easy. And then you just fold that one over like that. So just make sure you burnish those score lines really well, and then this is what you're left with. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these pages, all of these pages together. So I'm just going to do that. I'll do the first one with you. So obviously this is what it looks like. So I'm going to miss a square and I'm going to put glue on this second one. You could mark them if you wanted to make sure you're gluing the right ones in place, because it wouldn't be, when I was first doing my prototype, I glued the wrong pieces together. And obviously if you want pockets, you just have to look at, you just have to look at which way your pages is going. That's not an issue for me today, so I'll just show you in an example. So like say this one, if you wanted this one to be a pocket, you could just, if you wanted a pocket coming out the top, you could just glue down this side and down this side, and then you could have a pocket here, or you could just glue along here and have a side loading pocket. Okay, but I'm just going to pause the video because you don't want to watch me sit and glue everything. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. Right guys, so I'm back. So I've just glued the pages together, and what I've done as well, just to keep the video short, is I've went ahead and I've glued all the papers on. Now these mats of the papers measure 2 7/8 by 2 7/8 squared, and for each one of these you will need 16 pieces. Don't pop it on this bit or the back, because that is what we're going to use to attach it to our chipboard pieces. And obviously as well, I've went ahead and I've done this one too. Okay, so I just want to decide, I think I want that one at the top. So you bring in your, put them to one side, I'm getting ahead of myself. So what you want to do, you've got your chipboard pieces, make sure you've got them in the orientation. Now, which way am I having them? It doesn't really make any difference, I don't think, but I'll put them that way so I know that's the way they're going. Now what you want to do is you want to come in with one of these and you want to sort of gauge the gap between, because these are just, there's going to be no spine, these are effectively going to be your spine. So you've got like that gap there. Next what you want to do is you want to get some ribbon, and I've just got some black like satin ribbon here, and I'm just going to lie that straight across the centre. Okay, so I'll just come in with some double-sided tape. Doesn't have to be loads, just enough to keep it down. And I'm just going to eyeball it, and hopefully that'll be about right. So just pop that down. It's going to get squiffy, but it's okay. Just take off the release paper. Let's make sure they're still quite straight. And just come in with your ribbon and just pop that down. Oh, that was about the right. Just want to pop that down on both, make sure they're equal there. And then that's your ribbon on. If you've got a little bit sticky like that, you can easily just use a embossing pad or something just to get rid of that, but it won't cause any problems to mine. Right, so then you want to grab your first one. Which one was I using? I was using this one. I want this one to go at the top. A picture of them trick-or-treaters on there. Just think that's going to be beautiful. And what you want to do is you just want to, you could use tape. I use tape on my prototype, but for this one I'm going to actually use glue, because it'll give me more wiggle room. So I'll be able to get it nice and straight. And glue's really strong anyway. Once it's down, it's down. So I'm just going to just turn this around so you can see a bit better. I'm going to leave a gap of about 1/4 inch, and I'm just going to lay that down. And before it sticks, I'm just going to bring that one in and make sure that, yeah, the gap's about the same. And then I'm just going to make sure at the back that is right on the edge there. So that's flush here. And then make sure it's straight. As you can see, I went a bit wonky there. There we go, that's, oh, I'm quite happy with that. And then I'm just going to come in and just press that down. And then all you need to do is just apply some glue on the back. And then bring this over and line it up so that's right on the edge as well. Oh, right on the edge also, and that matches top and bottom as well. You want them to be straight. So just quickly open that before it sets and make sure that it's straight. It's as straight as I can get it. As that's, just make sure it's completely straight there. And then you just come in with your bone folder or just press it down with your fingers just to make sure. And that's the first piece done. Okay, and then we're just going to do that again. I'm just going to lift this ribbon up because it's too, it's beveling now. Let's have a look. Is that better? Yeah, I think that might be a bit better. Then all you want to do is you want to get your other booklet, and you just want to come in and do exactly the same. So I'm just going to pause it while I do that. Right guys, so I've attached both of those there, and let me see, just flip through with all the different papers. I just think they're absolutely gorgeous, these papers. Absolutely gorgeous. And this will hold 32 photos, which I think is a really good little amount. So all you want to do is just, you can close it however you like. You don't have to use ribbon like what I have. I just thought it would be really pretty. And then I'm just going to pop a little bit of decoration on the front, and then we're done. So all I've got is, I've got one of these cut aparts here from the collection. I've just backed it onto some black card. And I'm just going to attach that with some hot glue. Give it a little, oh, let's make new glue stick. Make sure that gets in okay there. I'm getting glue all over, so it's like spider web. Good stuff. Looks like spider web. And then I'm just going to pop that onto there like that. And obviously, as you can see, I just distressed the edges with me Tim Holtz tool. And then what I might actually do as well is just come in with some of these spiders I received off Angie yesterday. We'll get one, and should we just put one? Yeah, I like that. We'll put one up here. See if I can put a bit of glue on without burning myself. And there we are. That is our project done, and I absolutely love this. Absolutely gorgeous. I just think it's just a nice little something to gift to somebody, to keep in the bag and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial, and thank you very much for watching. Speak to you later. Bye.